Hey everybody, it's Emerald Stars. Welcome to another episode of Harvest Block. Alright, let's get to it and have some fun! I've been working on trying to get this energy condenser here, and to get an energy condenser, I'll need this enticing crystal here, and to get an enticing crystal you need this soul binder and a villager in a soul vial. So, to get my villagers, I made a dark room with cursed earth and waited for a zombie villager to spawn, and I caught that in a mob imprisonment tool. I have a zombie in here because I'm going to be using him later for something, but I caught the villager in this mob imprisonment tool and then made myself one of these, hey folks, let me squeeze in here, mob duplicators, and I set it to let's see. That's not what I want. Oh, right here. I disabled exact copy because it doesn't really matter if it's an exact copy of him or not. And so I put my villager in the mob imprisonment tool here. And to work, hey guys, oh dear, get out of the way, guys. Okay, for this to work, you need fluid essence, and that is, I converted liquid XP into essence in this fluid dictionary converter. It doesn't require power or anything, so it's kind of easy to do. And what I did is I used my essence chunks that I've got at the beginning from killing all the mobs by hand. I used the experience chunks, experience chunks to make experience seeds, which give you bottles of enchanting that you can just put in here, and it'll smash them into this tank here and give you regular liquid XP. And so I have that pumping from there into here, and I had to go through and select what I wanted. So liquid XP on this side for the input, and essence on this side for the output, and then I use these fluid pipes because it wouldn't just automatically pump into this for whatever reason. And that got me my fluid essence in here. And this does need to be powered, so I just put a little solar panel there on top and got myself a bunch of these villagers. And I did have to turn down my volume, otherwise we'd be graced with a lovely chorus of and there's only so much of that people can take. So yeah, I'm gonna get these guys into soul vials and get my enticing crystals and a couple diamond singularities going. I've got my dark matter and red matter seeds planted, so that's not going to be too hard to do. I've got crystalline seeds planted and black iron seeds planted, so it's all a matter of getting these crystals and these singularities. The singularities is probably the hardest part just because of the vast amount of essence it takes, but my cloches have been doing some AFK time, and I have quite a bit of essence stored up in those. So I will be back when I have all of that ready to make that condenser. And there it is, all of the resources collected to make our energy condenser, Mach 1, whatever. And getting these diamond singularities made me realize that I really need to step up my essence generating game, because one cloche per essence is not going to cut it. So let's go on ahead and grab our energy condenser there. Quest completed. Recently the game was updated, and now let's see, where do they live? Here. The compact machines were added into it. And this is going to make the lag that happens with all of these so much better, because I can just put a bunch of machines into each little compact machine and let it run, and it won't affect my FPS at all. So what I'm probably going to do, however, is get probably one machine per crop that I'm going to need for the singularities, and make a 9x9 in each of them, because I think the largest machine is a 5x5, so this kind of setup will work really well in that. And so I'll have a 3x3 of each crop, and then 3 or probably 4, just to make it faster, plant gatherers, and then a bunch of sprinklers and everything. I'm going to have this setup right here basically inside each of the compact machines. Sorry, I can English. Inside each of the machines for each of the essences that I'm going to need for the singularities, and then have those funnel into auto crafters and just get that all automated, because right now I'm just doing it all by hand, and that is not how I want this end game to go. So I'm going to probably spend quite a bit of time between now and then getting that all set up, and I will come back if there's any other progress, like if I end up making the Mach 2 or something. I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll see you in a bit. And here's the setup for making everything that we need in this compact machines mod. So we have our miniaturization field projectors. When you craft them, it crafts 4 at a time. And so you place down one, and it will show arrows to where the one across from it needs to go. And so depending on how big you want your field to be, you place it over on that side, and then you place, and then it tells you where the ones on the sides need to go, and you put them down. And then if it's correct, this area right here, it'll start to do this orange kind of scanning looking animation. So what happens is this makes all of the things that we're going to need for making our compact machines. So like the basic recipe, this is the recipe for making the machine frames. And if you look, or the machine walls, if you mouse over one of your field projectors, it will tell you what recipe it is making. So you have to throw in a catalyst, and for, let's see, the walls, it's redstone, but I'm just trying to show you where it's at. So here is the catalyst. You throw it just into this orange field here, and it'll start doing its animation. It'll make this buzzing sound and shrink right up. And that recipe makes 16 of these machine walls. And if you're going to do this the way that I am going to try and do it, you're going to need a lot of those. So I went on ahead and I crafted up all of the different size machines. So the tiny one is 3x3, 5x5, 7x7, 9x9, 11x11, and then the giant one, the max size one, is 13x13, and that is the size that I'm going to be using a lot of. And over here, I've got the maximum compact machine. If you just right click on it with an empty hand, it'll show you what's inside. So I've kind of got a lot going on in there, and I will go inside in a minute and show you around, but you can name them. You can whitelist if you're playing on a server. When this gets launched for server, you can whitelist for who you want to be able to enter your machines. And so you can enter from this right here. You can click this, or you can use this personal shrinking device. I'm pretty sure you need this to get back out, so it's probably a good thing to have on you to get in. So you get a little loading animation, and here we are in a 13x13x13 cubed room. So what I have going on here is I have 3x3s of a single crop. So this is iron right here, since a single cloche is going to take forever to get the amount of essence that I'm going to need to make the singularities. So I plan on automating as many of the singularities as I possibly can, just to make everything more simple for me. So here I've gotten all of the tier 2 seeds that are going to be eventually become singularities. I've got them all set up, and then I've got my tier 3 soils, and I have more up here, and it's going to take forever because Botania, and it's always great to work with Botania. So I'll show you down here since it's a more complete setup. Oops, there's not a downspout there. Okay. So on each of these, I have an item conduit and an energy conduit, and I went on ahead and made the max conduit for those just so that I can have it all, and if I need to use a higher input or output of electricity, I can. So each of them have their conduits, and those conduits, let me see, which wall is my tunnels on? Are my tunnels? Okay, so this tunnel right here is up. It shows you up there on the tooltip up at the top from the one probe. It says up, and so this is going to interact with the top surface of our compact machine on the outside, and this says down, and it's going to interact with the what's below the compact machine, in this case the crystal chest. And I'll get to the crystal chest in a little bit. But yeah, and then I have sprinklers here and an endervoir somewhere. There it is. Kind of hard, kind of easy to get lost in here despite its being small. So I went on ahead and made a 2x5 here just to keep up with the sprinklers because I had it as a 2x3 earlier and it was struggling to keep up with the sprinkler need, and I added 4 more just for symmetry's sake. I don't think it actually needs to be 10 endervoirs, but oh well. And then these I haven't set up fully yet just because I need to go through and put all the energy conduits and all the item conduits on them. And so these come in a base range of the one block in front of them, and so they each have these stone range add-ons that'll add 1 in each direction, so 1 this way, 1 that way, or I don't know. However it does it, it makes it harvest in a 3x3 area, and I have 2 going. I was gonna have 3, but the way the layout is, it doesn't play nicely, so I ended up just having 2 per, but it doesn't seem to be lacking in speed despite only being 2, so I'm not overly fussed with that. And then, so I originally tried to do this in a testing world, and I had 3 platforms in here, but there was no walking room, and it was just so tight and claustrophobic, and because I had these sprinklers down 1 more, and so I couldn't walk into the middle here. And so yes, you can fit 3 floors in here, but you're going to be fighting it and just cursing your life, so I don't recommend that. But as it is, we can fit 18 individual crops in here. So I'm only going to need maybe 4 of these giant machines, giant compact machines, to get what I need. So to get out of here, you just right click on your personal shrinking device and you're back in this world. And I will eventually be getting rid of these cloches and the cloches that I'm not going to be using for the singularities, I'm going to put inside a machine just to reduce lag, because this is a lag fest right here. And I just kind of wanted to like do a spotlight for this furnace right here for a second. Okay, so I have it being powered with RF, and in it I have a speed upgrade, a processing upgrade, and an electric fuel upgrade. So the electric fuel allows it to be powered with RF, speed makes it cook so fast, and the processing upgrade doubles the output. So like this, I get usually 2 per craft for that, and so I got 4 of that, and it just sucks back into my ME system because I'm going to be using a lot of conduit, so I needed a lot of conduit binder for that. So that's super convenient and awesome. And yeah, this is the progress I've made so far, and I will be trying, after I get all of my machines set up, I will be trying to work on an automation assembly, just so that I can automatically craft my singularities, because crafting, I've crafted a couple of them. I have some of them done already. Let's see here. I've got coal, iron, the diamond, and the insanium ones, and let's just say I don't want to have to go through and craft every single one of these by hand. And these, I'm really not looking forward to those. I think these are all going to be done with EMC, because I can't imagine throwing 2,048 pearls into the Alfheim portal to get pixie dust. So I think these are going to be done with EMC if I can work that out, since I don't have a whole lot of experience with Project E without Project EX, I think it's called. I don't know, the extended Project E stuff. And so that's going to take a little bit of experimenting. And I'm kind of sad that these energy collectors aren't available, because I do know power flowers and I understand that, but I've never used just a plain energy condenser. Let's see, I can't remember, I've played with it on a mod pack before, but they had, like, the power flowers were a craftable, like, 1 block size, and you don't even have those, the energy collectors. They're not available to craft in this one. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out a little bit more how I'm going to deal with my EMC and with Project E and stuff. And like these, the Klein stars, I've made them before, but it says they store EMC and I have no idea how that works. So I'm going to have to be looking that up and learning a bit more about Project E. And I've had a lot of fun with these compact machines. I have played with them just a little bit on Compact Sky, but I've never had to actually craft the actual machines before, since in Compact Sky you're awarded them. I didn't play through the full pack, but I got to play with them just a little bit, and so they're super neat little things. And it's going to be great to be able to get all of this stuff into a machine so that it's not majorly bogging down my world out here. But yeah, that's what I've got going on now. And let's see, how far are we into this episode? I think with that, I probably have enough to end this episode for today. And thanks, y'all. I just dipped into the South for a second. Thanks, y'all. Thank you all for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode.